lights are already on. So I've been out here most of the day, hence the lights were on when we came in, and I've got issues. I don't have issues. The printers have issues. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Anyway, so I'm going to go through what the problems are, what I need to fix, why the pressure's on, and how we're going to solve it. So number one, we're printing some samples. This slot has decided to go kaput. As you can see, the white light is on. There are 3 spools of filament only. That light should not be on. There is some broken in there. It was brittle, it snapped. Now, number 2. This one is completely offline. So whilst I've been able to print with that, this one here, that red light again has come back, created issues. It's filament. We've got to clear it out again. This one here, I've been printing non-stop and avoiding slot 3 because again, just like that one, it thinks there's filament, it's snapped, I've gotten away with it. Seeing as we're going to be pulling apart 3 AMSs and I'm going to try and knock them out as quick as I can, I have to take the desiccant out of all of them. Seeing as I'm taking the desiccant out, I may as well dry it. I have a Sunlu S4 dryer. That dryer is over a year old and it's never been taken out of the box. This seems like a damn good opportunity to put it to the test. You may have noticed in a lot of videos, and yes, there is a closed dryer here, but there is a Sunlu S4 that has been sitting there in the background of every vlog so far. I actually purchased that back in 2024. I think it was June or July. So it's over a year old, which might be an issue if it's out of the box faulty. We're hoping it's just working perfectly because I've never opened it, never tested it. We're going to get that dryer, bang it on the bench, and we've 3D printed some baskets. And they're printed in ABS. And we're going to put all the desiccant in those baskets in the S4 and hit it to dry. So that is drying. And that's the other issue. I wanted to be uploading the spools from the 1000 filament challenge by now. And one sec, sorry. And that hasn't been happening either. There's room back here. Okay, that's full. That's probably got 1 spot left, maybe 2 and an ABS spot. Cool. So I feel really guilty about that at the moment too, not having uploaded all those videos. Just something that I'm not too proud or thrilled about because that's why I really started to kick this stuff off, and I've just gotten busy. We'll get there. Gridfinity on multiboard. ISO on. Drinking water. Don't confuse the two. Let's clear all the print beds and then let's get into the AMSs. You're going to see so many different sample products and then productions that I'll be doing now. You'll be in here with me as I'm clearing things off. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this yellow. I'd like it, I think, a little bit more golden, or a bit more yellower, however I can say that. Bit like the Elegoo. Let me get that. So I quite like Esun's yellow. This is the Filament yellow, and I felt this yellow. I like the Elegoo yellow much more. You can share your opinion, but this is the yellow that's going to go on the actual products. This is just for the test print. Oh, and fidget. Oh, this one's stiff. Did I screw this up? Geez, I've never had one this hard to spin before. They usually spin straight away freely. Well, that's interesting. Filament might need a bit of tuning. Designed by Elegoo. So a bit like Apple's design in California. Who knows? This one here, because we've cleared the other printers. These are the caps this one off first. All right, done. That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. Panic. Stick a switch in there. Clicky. Feels all right. It's time. Let's get the Sunlu S4 down. I'd love to do the whole YouTuber thing. I just grab it, but this thing's really heavy and it's leaning against it. So we're not going to be that silly. It's not the safest way to do things, but it'll do. So this is the Sunlu S4 filament dryer and officially says no trampling. Good thing, because otherwise I'd just use it as a step. No, I'm kidding. Kindly reject all goods that deliver to you in a damaged condition. Box looks all right. A little bit squashed there, but it looks all right. Let's open it up, find out. Don't ever like going too deep in here. Doing the whole YouTube thing with one hand sort of increases the likelihood of stuffing something up. There we go. Ooh, foam. More foam. Don't imagine there's too much in here. Oh. Let's just get rid of it. That's what we do on YouTube. We make it out as if we don't care. But inside, it's pissing me off that it's on the ground right now and I'm going to step on it. All right, there it is. So we can probably pick it up and kick that off and drop it on. Anything else in here? No, good. See you later. Big. Let's look underneath. I have to admit, I do like the Sunlu logo. It is simple, and for some reason I like it. Used to go on websites like What the Font or dafont, dafont.com, and I'd always end up with these sort of futuristic, equalized, you know, type space-looking fonts, tech-looking fonts. It's just what I gravitated to as a kid doing some design stuff, and it really reminds me of that. There was actually one with rings, looked like galaxy rings around it. Okay, caution, hot. Well, it's not plugged in, so I don't think it is. Okay. All right. Guessing it's just power. Oh, nice. So, oh, okay. I'm happy already. I am happy already. Not about this. I'm happy about this. Doesn't have, so this is my eSun one that I use, and I have no issues with this. I quite like it. But it's got one of these stupid bricks on the end of it that takes up space. And it's one of the things that annoys me. These barrel connectors with these bricks, they're a pain. The power supply for this is inside. That is awesome. So I'm not going to lose 2 spots. I'll only lose the normal one to plug this in. So that's already, for me, that's a win. Size-wise, geez, it's beefy. Have a look in here. Check that out. Compared to this, and compared to, so this eSun one, now just remember, this I've had a while. It's a few years old now. They've progressed, but it heats this bottom bit here, and it has this tiny little fan. I think it's a 40-20 or a 40-10. Tiny little fan in the back there that just circulates some of the air. This thing has an enormous fan there that is going to circulate a hell of a lot more air. So that is really cool. Let me grab a spool and just see what it looks like in there. Well, we're going to have to fix this AMS anyway, so why don't we just take the yellow out. I'll hold it in. There we go. Cool. Fits. So that'll comfortably fit 4 spools. Be able to dry 4 spools all at once. Ripper. And I'm going to be bluntly honest about this. I'm going to assume if you're watching this, you've probably already seen one of these. If I've had it a year, it's probably at least 50 YouTube videos on the damn thing. So I'm going to save you the stupidity of me putting 4 spools in there. I could do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it when I need to do it. I haven't needed to put 4 spools in for over a year, clearly. What I do need to do is put the baskets in to dry the desiccant. So that, let's do. Here they are. And these are the baskets. Ah, cramp. Jeez Louise. Oh, coming off. I've somehow boozed this up. Are you ready for this? This one's good. That ain't gonna work. Not good. That is called warpage. I'm going to have a look at the video because I don't know if that was the rear one or the front one that warped. On the plus side, this one's good. It's all right. I'll just reprint that one. Okay, so these drop in here. That's how they fit. We take our desiccant from here and we just tip it in. There we have it. I do a few of these and I'm hoping I can put 3 AMSs in one basket. So I was 3 going, then I can do the other 3. So let's get on top of that right now. I think I need that other tripod so I can bring you in closer when I'm doing things and use 2 hands. In here, you can 3D print some trays and they hold desiccant in there. So if you're drying filament, well then it absorbs the moisture. I don't need that right now because what I'm doing is I'm drying desiccant and I want the moisture out of the whole thing. There are a lot of holes and you can plug them up to control the moisture. We will be plugging the ones on the side, leaving the ones on top open for now. Now in the year, I have seen a nifty little mob that is a handle for here. So I will actually print that because it makes getting into it easier. For now, We're just putting these little rubber grommets in. Done. So yeah, you can see the desiccant bay I was talking about earlier. You can 3D print a basket that drops your desiccant in there. Looks good. Let's give it a crack. That is one glitzy looking unit up here. There is a switch at the back. Probably if that switch was at the front, it would be good. Okay, it doesn't matter that the switch is on the back because there is a switch on the front. Oh, hello. Oh, that's a little fancy. Right. I'll bring you in closer so you can see what I'm seeing. So it's saying relative humidity, 60%. Now, I haven't read the manual or anything, but let's see what these buttons do. 51 degrees. I want as hot as it'll go. 70. All right, so this goes to 70. Set. Yes. What am I doing now? Why is this changing? Why is the word Sunlu flashing? Who knows? PLA, PETG. Ah, there you go. Aha. Nylon, ABS, polycarbonate, PLA. Okay, depending on... I don't think PLA should be 70 somehow. Okay. It's on 70 probably because I set it to 70. Better. All right. So they got presets. PETG, TPU, ABS, nylon, polycarbonate, PLA. So you can set your preset as to what you want. Now, I'm doing desiccant. Let's just use polycarbonate because it's the hottest it gets to. Time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh wow, this goes ages. If I hold my finger on the button, no, okay, you've got to keep pressing it. How many hours does it do? Maybe if I went backwards it would have gone loop the other way. Okay. Yes, you can go backwards to get to the high hours. So it'll do 99 hours. Oops, I hit set. Ah, right hand. I thought that was relative humidity. I'm going to have to look at the manual now. Let's get it out. Number 11 is the humidity can be adjusted 30 to 50% according to the new parameters. When time is blinking, it can set the drying time. Okay. Number 6, PV can be switch Celsius. Filament, yeah, buttons. State, time, MO. What is 9? Control mode, shut down after countdown. 1. Humidity control mode, count after the countdown ends. When the humidity slowly rises to 50%, it'll automatically start heating until the humidity drops to 25%. That's pretty cool. So when it finishes drying, you can set your humidity level in here, and if it goes above it, it'll turn on and bring down the humidity. That's really good. So we're definitely going to set that on because I'm drying desiccant. So the last thing I want to do is pump more humidity into the desiccant. Yeah, it's set. We're good. My guess is that is currently That's what I've set it to, and that's how hot it currently is. Yeah, because it's going up. So the humidity is currently at 22%. As this temperature goes up, that'll get to a point that it's going to sit at because of all the wet desiccant. And then as the desiccant dries, all right, that's pretty easy to understand. I've just nutted this thing out in what, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is. I'll just give you a quick overview and we're done. Well, that's temperature, I should say. The profile set to, you can change that. That's the current temperature it's at, so it's climbing as it tries to get close to that. This here is the material, so you've got your setting, PLA, whatever you want to program. This is how long it's running for. We went to 99 hours, so that's great. This is relative humidity, so the current humidity inside. And setting 2 means once this timer finishes, it is going to hold this humidity down. So if the humidity spikes, it's going to turn on, reduce the humidity, and maintain it. That is pretty cool. Now, pricing on this thing. I bought this on a special. It was, in US dollars, it's 125. In Aussie dollars, about 193. That was in the vicinity. I said it was July last year? Yes, July last year. So it's over 12 months ago that I purchased it. Here it is. It looks nice. It's large, but it's not obnoxiously large. It's actually not as big and in the way as I thought it was. I probably should have opened it sooner. If I look at this, and my also use case is the fact that I've been getting away with one of these. So, but if you need to do 4 spools, if you look at the size of it, it is very similar if you had 4 across there. So, positives. There is a mod for the handles on here. You can have a handle that helps lift it. I am going to print that. It's got a button on the handle that activates this and lifts, because that's just, there is a little lip under there, but I have huge hands, so my fingers, yeah. Do I want to whinge about every little thing? No, I think it's good. Look, I can open it. So despite my Goliath hands, very, very impressed. Ask me again in 24 hours. So let's leave the desiccant in there. Let's fix an AMS and we'll check the desiccant and see if it dries at all. So if I touch it, definitely heat is getting into that desiccant. The other thing is, you're not losing all the space. You can put 4 spools in here. Because it does have humidity control, if I want to leave spools that are hygroscopic, things that, you know, tend to absorb a lot of water, those filaments, it's probably a easy way to leave them there and then leave them in that drier environment and then just hit dry if I want to for a short burst before I put them in. So there are some convenience factors there. That said, when I pulled the nylon out of the bag, it had been in the Ziploc. Where is it? So the nylon had been in this Ziploc since I bought that nylon filament last year sometime. I forget, I think I mentioned it earlier in the video. The desiccant inside there was still orange. So these, after drying that filament and sticking the desiccant inside for a whole year in this wet environment where I have a washing machine, a double hand basin, a storage hot water system and clothes drying currently up there, it created enough of a barrier that moisture didn't come back in. So, or minute amount. So I'm very happy. So I think those Ziploc bags are brilliant. YouTuber thing, link in the description. Honestly, if you buy them off Amazon, I don't think Amazon's even giving me a commission anymore, because the last time I looked, like half a dozen people had bought them and my commission was 0. And if it was going to be anything, it's like 3 cents. So take it as I just like them. You might have cheaper versions in your supermarket. The key is the plastic in these is really thick compared to a lot of the cheaper ones. It's the double seal, the actual Ziploc seal, and the thicker plastic that helps. So you might be able to find me in your local supermarket instead of Amazon. Okay, let's get fixing. Let's start with this one, move on to the others. I've split the vlog in 2, part 2 is live. Just tap the video on your screen to check out the S4 results, how I fix the AMS units, and a few new BICU accessories that I installed. Click and I'll see you there.